Oh boy. I don't know why, but today seems to be the controversial recording session I've done. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is video number 8 in a row of me just sitting down recording, and I've talked about Cory Booker's run for the White House. I gave my initial, not my full thoughts on the actor from Empire who was allegedly part of a hate crime earlier this week. And I do not want to butcher his name. So the guy from Empire who was attacked, I know some people probably know the name forward and backward, but I don't. Even after I've listened to several news reports where they announce it, I couldn't properly say his name. So out of respect, the actor best known for his work on Empire, who is part of a alleged hate crime in regards to his sexuality as well as his race. And I've also talked about, let's see what else. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I think everything else I've done is just talking with other people, online, not on Facebook walls, heaven forbid, but in private messaging with people I trust to actually have these discussions with a level head. And I have been receiving several tweets and messages since the Empire Star was attacked in reference to Veronica, and I just wanted to like compile all my thoughts into one video. So let me just put this up front. This is in no way, shape, or form attacking the character of Veronica. Well, technically, she's just a character, not a person. Let me just put it this way. When it comes to what occurred earlier this week, I don't want you to take that anger or whatever feelings you might have and put that towards the actors portraying those characters. For example, I don't like the character of Justin. I can't stand Benny. Jeffrey's working my last nerve. But whenever I go online or whenever I do videos, I reference the character, not the actor or actresses portraying that said character. So, for example, I don't tweet Gavin saying Jeffrey's working my last freaking nerve. What the hell? When's he going to man up and take care of Justin? I know some people do that, but it's in a jovial nature. It's kind of like, they might have a LOL, haha, even though that doesn't always remove the sting from certain tweets. But my thing is, and I've said this in multiple videos, like in regards to the Pains, for example, how I fell out of that show. I think the story was trash. But one thing I always say, look, no shade to the actors and actresses on the show, because look, you're getting your check, you're doing as you're directed, go get that paper. But in regards to like Nyla's dumb decisions, the just awful jokes from Ella and Curtis and whatnot and Joanne, I reference the character. The CW on The Flash, my God, Iris West, I have not liked her character for the past several seasons, but Candice Patton, I love her as an actress. So my thing is, whenever it comes to situations where you despise, you hate, or whatever on a particular character on the show, make sure you're referring to the character rather than the person playing them. And what I mean by that is, yes, you kind of have to separate the person from the art. Jeremy, why would you say that in the midst of the R. Kelly? What? Are you saying that I have to, separate R. Kelly from the music? Like I could listen to the music because I can separate R. Kelly despite all the look, I am not going down that path. And no, I still haven't even finished the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. I've just been busy doing other things that, well, I've been busy. But really, I don't mean to go on and on, but I really want to make my point across. Does the character of Veronica need to be rewritten? And the reason I'm doing this video is, once again, I've gotten at least 20 plus tweets, DM messages, and comments on my videos about it. People who wanted me to talk about the Empire Star being attacked. People who, wow, that's crazy when Veronica does that to her homosexual child. I don't think Veronica is going to be rewritten because several reasons. Number one, even though it hasn't been confirmed, I think it's almost somewhat clear that season 7 of the Haves and Have-Nots may indeed be the final season. Will Veronica and Jeffrey come together as mother and son once again? I don't know. Will Veronica ever accept her son for being gay? I don't know. Will Veronica end up being killed off, going to jail, being bitter, and not even trying to mend the gaps in their broken relationship? I don't know. Do you think Tyler Perry will end up censoring Veronica's character, her hatred towards gay people in regards to what happened to the Empire Star? I don't know. Does that even need to happen? If you have watched the interview, I actually posted a link to my Have and Have Not Facebook page, Facebook group, as well as Twitter. And I talked about it briefly on Instagram. Let me pull it up here. And this was an interview she did in the past few days. It was actually pretty good. I think the interview was about 9 minutes long. It was on a BuzzFeed platform. Let me get it here. It was called Instagram moving slow right now. There we go. BuzzFeed News AM to DM. And I know some of the captions on the screen were like, motherhood lessons from Veronica. And people are like, I know good and damn well Veronica ain't going to teach me how to raise a child. I would suggest, and I'll put a link in the comment section, check that interview out. It's very good, very good. Because, you know, even every time she's in a radio or television interview, whenever the interviewer asks Angela, like, okay, can I talk to Veronica? Where's Veronica? I left her at home. Yeah, because she's not Veronica. I mean, she is, but she isn't. So what I'm saying is, in that video, she makes it clear, like, you know, the people who hate Veronica, at the same time, you have people who message her or reach out to Angela saying, you know, I didn't know how I was acting towards my child or relative who came out of the closet. I didn't know I was acting as bad to them until I saw Veronica. It's like, dang, she's on that level of crazy and homophobia. I'm not, but at the same time, I haven't been doing right by my child. So if anything, there has been a lot of good to come out of the hate that has come Veronica's way. So some people have been saying, you know, Jeremy, do you think that Veronica is ever going to change, or do you think that in light of the recent attacks, do you think that her character will be toned down? I'm going to say no, because to be completely honest, I think Veronica needs to be Veronica, because Tyler Perry writes these shows and movies based off things that are going on in the real world, things he's seen, things he's experienced, or whatever pops into his head. So I think Veronica needs to be around, because this attack just shows us that we can't beat around the bush when it comes to these kind of things, because this is the real world. People get attacked every day, every minute, around the country, around the globe, because of their sexual preference, their gender, their race, their religion, their political views. Not all attacks come in the form of physical violence. It could be dialogue. It could be, you know, threats through letters, whatever the case may be. It could just be the way you treat someone because they aren't living, or they aren't someone you agree with, because, like, you know, it's something as, and I mean, this might sound petty, but this shit does happen, as, like, let's say, hey, this white guy is holding the door for, like, a group of people that come in. It's like, you know, 3 girls, 2 guys, they all happen to be white, and you're like a Asian dude and a Mexican and a black guy who are coming in, and he just lets the door, you know, close shut in your face without even trying to hold it open. That's, you know, hey, I'm just saying that stuff happens. I mean, that's like just a small example. So just to show that not every attack ends in somebody being beat down or a noose put around them. Sometimes that noose is put around your neck in a metaphorical sense because of how somebody treats you or looks at you. So yeah, I'm just saying that I don't think that we're going to see a tone down of her character anytime soon. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just trying to look at this from, you know, just my own perspective. Because, for example, you look at what happened. You had 2 guys beating him down and whatnot and pouring stuff on his face. Well, you got Veronica next week possibly pouring hot grits on RK's face. We don't know. But I will say this much. Just because, believe it or not, this video is kind of like, you know, just for Angela in a way, because I do believe there has been a report one time, this was a couple years ago, where a fan actually like slapped her in the face and said, you know, you need to do right by Jeffrey. I think that was like one of the only cases of a cast member of that particular show being attacked because of her character. So guys, let me just say this much. I really hope you'll take the time to look at that AM to PM interview with Angela, because it was very good, and it really speaks volumes as to why Veronica is the way she is and why she definitely is important today in today's world. So in a way, this video is kind of addressing the messages that have been sent to me, what I think that may or may not hold for the future of Veronica. And I'm going to be honest, like I've said this over the past year or so, I'm more interested in giving Veronica more backstory to understand why the way she is to understand why she is the way she is in the present, instead of just seeing, oh man, what crazy thing is Veronica going to do next to harass her son, ex-husband, or any other man she deems disrespectful to her. I'm more interested in learning how she got to where she is. That's to me is more than her blowing up 3 houses. That's just my, perspective on that. And also, there's a bunch of videos and all going around about, like Lee Daniels and other people talking about how, straight men are being silent where, a gay black man was attacked. I don't think that turning the tide of making straight black men the enemy is the right thing to do, because, as far as I know, straight black men had nothing to do with the attack. So, yeah, I don't know that. And I said this in my other quote unquote touchy videos earlier today. I try to get the full story. Like there are still missing pieces to this hate crime that have gone. Well, speaking of Veronica, puzzle pieces that have yet to be found and put into the right place. But my initial thought is like, look, I hope and pray he recovers. I believe he did make a statement earlier today that he's doing okay physically, but I just know the mental damage is something that probably won't be shaken off, because, anytime you get jumped or anything like that, you're always going to be looking at people another kind of way. And, walking down the street, you're going to be looking over your shoulder now more than ever. So I do hope for a speedy recovery, both physically and mentally. And yeah, like I said, there are some factors we don't know yet. So yeah, I really don't, I haven't given my full thoughts in my other video, because like I said in that video, there are some things we don't know yet, but my initial thoughts is like, look, I hope and pray he heals fast. I hope they catch whoever did this. And, this, I'm not surprised that something like this happened. I know I don't even think that's a bad thing to say, because when you look at everything that's happened in this country over the past few years, like the Charlottesville, the tiki torches, the fact that kids are committing suicide because they're being bullied because they classify themselves as gay, and their other classmates tease them for it. And recently what was it, a little if I'm not mistaken, African American, was it a boy or girl, they committed suicide because they were bullied, because they have a medical condition where they have to have some kind of device, and because they were bullied, they decided to take their own life. So to actually see a hate crime like this go down, it's not surprising, because just look at the country we live in. So all I can do is say, I hope and pray things get better, but there are people out there who just refuse to change. So with that being said, Veronica, I don't know what the future holds for the character. Season 7, as of right now, is the final season. And when I say that, as a person who is just a fan of the series, I do not work for OWN or Tyler Perry Studios. As far as I know, season 7, which was filmed last September, is like the last batch of episodes that has filmed up to this point. Meaning, as of right now, that is the final season until they film more, it gets renewed for a new season, or we get an official announcement. So I'm just putting it that way. So I doubt that Tyler Perry would create an entirely different storyline for the character through season 6 and 7. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying, because of this one thing that happened this week, I don't think that's going to change the course of everything in the story. So that's just my 2 cents on that. So if anybody else has any questions or any thoughts, let me know. So once again, when we get to the next upcoming episodes Tuesday, and you see Veronica bashing her son or Madison or Justin for being gay and whatnot, don't let your anger from the attack on the Empire Star leak into the way you feel about Angela Robinson, because remember, she is just portraying a character. What we need to be mad at are the people who attack the guy in the street on Tuesday night. So with that being said, folks, that's just my public service announcement. Let's not jump on Angela's case because remember, she is just portraying a character. Veronica is on TV. Those two guys that jumped the Empire Star in the streets, that was real. And for what I can tell, at least, you know, I want to say my community here on YouTube, the haves and have-nots, as far as I know, I don't think I've seen anybody lashing out against the cast members online, which is good. So, you know, if this PSA was useless, then that's completely okay with me. Like, if this video doesn't get 5,000 or 500 views, I'm okay with that. But I just wanted to say, come Tuesday night, let's make sure we are able to separate what's going down in the real world with people we need to be mad at, as opposed to the people who are just doing their job on TV. So with that being said, make sure you follow Angela on Twitter and Instagram, as well as check out her wonderful interview. And I'm actually going to throw in a clip in the comment section below from the Tyler Perry show, where he actually discussed the characters of the haves and the have-nots in a talk show format. He's talking with Peter and Angela in regards to David and Veronica and how they both reacted differently towards their son coming out of the closet. Watch both of those clips. You'll get a better insight into how these characters were written, why they were written the way they were, and how they actually relate to real life. So thanks so much for tuning in. I know this video kind of sounded like a, you know, soapbox PSA announcement, but I just wanted to make sure the people in my part of the haves and have-not community know that we can't just throw our anger at the wrong people. So yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe, you know the drill. And as more news comes out about the attack, you know, I'll definitely keep my eyes close to the TV to hopefully see if we can see if these guys have been caught and to prevent this from ever happening again. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.